Let's take you live to Hamilton, where police are sharing an update on the 2023 murder investigation of Daniel Musafiri.
The suspect then fled the area in a black Dodge Challenger. Since that time, members of the Hamilton Police Homicide Unit have remained actively engaged in this investigation. During the course of investigating another occurrence, detectives obtained new information that provided additional intelligence linking a suspect to Daniel's death. Investigators were then able to build upon the evidence gathered during the early stages of the case, which ultimately led to the identification of a suspect. As a result of this ongoing investigation, Erik Calanyos, a 29-year-old Hamilton man who was already in custody on an unrelated matter, has now been arrested and charged with first-degree murder in the death of Daniel Musafiri. For more than 2 years, Daniel's family has carried the unimaginable weight of losing a loved one to violence. Our investigators recognize the profound impact his death has had on those closest to him, and we have remained committed to pursuing justice on their behalf. While no arrest can undo the pain of this loss, we hope this development provides some measure of relief to Daniel's family as the matter proceeds through the courts. We would also like to thank members of the community who came forward with information and supported investigators throughout this lengthy investigation. Their cooperation played an important role in advancing this case. I'll now take some questions.
It was previously reported that this case was connected to Project Churchill, perhaps because of the location of the shooting, but can you clarify whether there's a real connection?
I can tell you from this investigation, we have no information that connects either the accused or the victim with Project Churchill or the HMS gang.
Previously, around the time of the shooting, we were looking for the suspect vehicle and also I think a woman that was a witness seen fleeing from the area. Can you clarify whether either of those were located?
We were able to identify the witness. The vehicle has not been located.
What about the weapon?
The weapon also still remains outstanding.
Do you have any information about what the nature of the interaction was or the conversation was before the shooting?
The interaction would be evidence before the court, and I'm unable to comment on that.
Did it happen inside the billiards hall?
It was outside.
Did they interact earlier in the night, or was that sort of their first meeting?
There was a brief interaction, and then several minutes later, another interaction where the homicide happened.
So both those interactions happened outside in the area where Daniel was shot?
That's correct.
Not at the billiard place at all, they didn't?
That's correct.
But any indication that they had ever crossed paths before? Were they known to each other, or was this the first interaction?
I have no information that they were known to each other prior to this night.
Daniel was in the billiards place that night, though, correct?
He had been at the billiards place, yes.
But Erik Calanyos was not?
As far as we know, no.
Can you tell us what the arrested person was in jail for?
So he is awaiting sentencing on human trafficking charges.
So was this like a random in the sense that they didn't know each other at all, but then they had this brief interaction, and then Mr. Calanyos decided to open fire? Like there was no, this was not targeted. It was or it was random in their relationship, but it was targeted in that interaction, from that interaction?
I can say that the victim was targeted by Mr. Calanyos, but I have no indication that it was targeted prior to that night. It was an incident that had happened all in a very short period of time.
Mr. Calanyos was the subject of a rope squad release less than a week after the shooting, where he was wanted for breaching parole, and then he was arrested, I think, a couple weeks later. Do you know anything about his movements after the shooting, and whether you believe that his breaching parole was in connection to the homicide? Like, was he hiding out?
So I know that at the time he was wanted on a parole revocation warrant. There were active efforts being made to locate him, and I don't believe that the parole revocation was directly connected in any way to this investigation.
And just to clarify, so he was out on parole at the time of Daniel's murder?
He was on parole, but he was wanted for breaching that parole.
Prior to the shooting?
Prior to the shooting,
Okay.
yes.
He was on parole, but he had
He had breached, but they were actively looking for him.
at the time?
Yes.
So what is the reason, what is your theory, or what is your theory for why this happened? It was just...
So beyond what I've already discussed, it would be evidence before the court, and I can't get into that.
You can't say any more about the conversation or what they were discussing?
Not at this time.
Was this caught on video?
We do have video evidence of the area that assisted the investigation.
You don't have it, do you have video of the moments that Daniel was ago?
I won't comment on the specific video that we have as evidence before the court.
How soon after the homicide was Erik Calanyos identified as a closely registered suspect?
He was someone that entered into our investigation early on. However, it took a period of time to acquire enough evidence to lay a charge. The fact that he was in custody provided us with the extra opportunity to conduct the investigation without concerns for public safety.
And that's because the Jordan clock starts ticking as soon as charges are laid, so it gave that time.
That's correct.
Right.
Have you been in contact directly with his family overseas?
I've spoken to some of his family in the recent days, advising them of the arrest. I can tell you that it does, help them to move forward, but I have been speaking to them.
And can you talk about, how long Daniel has been here in Hamilton and about his life and his connections here?
I don't have specific information about how long he had been in Hamilton. I do know that he did have a number of friends and family in the area that thought very highly of him. He was charismatic. He had a golden smile, contagious laugh, and they all deeply miss him.
Can you speak to, what was the break-in, as you refer to it as, there was information that led you to the person that you arrested here? But what was the aha moment? What was the...
I'm not going to get into the specific evidences before the court.
Is there any indication that this is connected to any other shootings in Hamilton or any other incidents recently?
There's no evidence to connect this homicide with any other shootings in the city. Yeah. Okay. No more questions? Thank you, Adam.
Hamilton police are just providing an update on the murder of this person in 2023, Daniel Musafiri. They gave us an update. He was shot and killed on December the 29th, 2023 at just 29 years old.